What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Like I said in my last video, I wanted to talk about favorite products. This isn't necessarily my favorites for the month of October, but my current favorites. Through this video, you'll see other things other than makeup. I have some home goods, things like that. I have hair products. Anything that I find that I'm loving, I want to share with you. Of course, keep in mind that our skin types will be different. Use your discretion for your skin type, skin tone, things like that. Maybe you have to alter some products, but for the most part, they're working beautifully for me, and I wanted to share them. So let's get right into it. There is a giveaway in this video.
Hey guys, sorry, while editing, I realized I lost some footage, and the giveaway is going to be for Lunar Beauty's lip gloss in Enchantment that came with his Halloween collection. It is one of my favorites and one of the best lip glosses I've ever used, so that's the giveaway prize. Sorry about that. Just leave the hashtag Lunar Beauty down below to enter. Thanks.
As I said, there's always going to be giveaways in every video that I do, unless it's a specific video where I'm not showcasing products or something like that. But there is a giveaway in the video. I'll get to it through the video. I will get to it when I talk about the product, because when I do giveaways in my videos, I like it to be a product that is really good and a standout product for me. And I also want you guys to share in that experience. I want you guys to share that experience. And that's it. So let's get into it. First up, as you can see, I have my T-Squad merch. This is definitely by far a favorite for me this month. Not only my bias as hell, she's one of my best friends, but I will say I try to support all the YouTubers that I watch, and when they come out with anything, I immediately purchase. For instance, Mel Thompson is one of my favorite YouTubers, and she just did a collab with Christian Audette. It launched midnight last night. I think I grabbed it at 12:04. But this collection looks gorgeous, and if Mel put her name on it, I can almost guarantee that it's going to be an incredible product. I trust her enough to know that she would never put her name on something that's not good. So that'll be coming soon, and I will be reviewing it. But if you're interested, I'll leave the link below, and Mel's channel. If you're not subscribed to her, she's pretty much the person, not the person, but she's pretty much the type of YouTuber that I was talking about in my last video. YouTubers that are honest, YouTubers that disclose properly, YouTubers that aren't here for the money. Yes, they're making money, but that's not what's driving them. Their passion for makeup and artistry is what's driving them. And Mel clearly is driven by her passion. She's just a sweetheart. And yeah, if you don't know who she is, check her out. She's amazing. I promise there ain't no shady shit going on over there. She is as honest as could be. So this is my friend Sam here for the tea. This is her merch line. And I'm showcasing this not just because she's my friend, but the quality of these items are the best item. And I know you're going to think it's biased, but the quality of her merch items are the best merch items I've purchased from any YouTuber. Years ago, I used to go to the Gap for t-shirts. I have sensory issues, but we have to wear very, very soft clothing or it feels itchy. You may think it's like really soft, but to me, it feels like a Brillo pad. And I have to be honest, I used to buy all my t-shirts at like Gap or Old Navy because they're very, very soft. Or I have to wash something 10 freaking times before I'll wear it. This t-shirt, I literally put on right out of the box. It is so soft. It's such good quality. And it's, you know, I love the little T-Squad symbol and the neon. It's so cute. I actually went and got my nails done to match because I was so excited for her launch. I also grabbed a mug. She has little handles for your cell phone. Also, she has the gray hoodies with T-Squad down the back and T-Squad on the front. This is my son's. He is a big boy. He's 6'5", 325 pounds. She does have a 3X available, and it fits him perfectly. So maybe you could judge off of him size-wise. It's true to size. Buy what you would in a men's sweatshirt. It's definitely true to size. I also have a black hoodie with T-Squad down the sleeve. I'll insert a picture over here. My cat actually got sick, and I had it on, and I took her to the vet yesterday, and it's destroyed. She freaking got hair everywhere. So it's in the wash, and so I would have probably worn this because it's a little chilly out. But they're beautiful. So yeah, if you're interested in any Here for the Tea merch or Tea Squad, the Tea Squad collection, I will link her merch site below. Like I said, top quality, or I wouldn't be talking about it. And this is something that I had picked up, and I am obsessed with the Oil Slick Chrome. And when I saw this in Walgreens, I had to have it. I actually picked up one for Mel. I'm gonna mail it to her because she's into this a lot too. To just say congrats on her collab. But I thought this was so dope, cute for Halloween. I'm gonna probably put brushes in it because I pretty much drink out of here. But I absolutely thought this was amazing. And they will buy one, get one free at Walgreens. So I wanted to mention it because Halloween's coming up. All right, we're going to throw in a fail here, okay? My friend Sabby on Twitter had turned me on to this foundation, asked me to try it. This is Poudier Pro Longwear Foundation. Comes in beautiful packaging. It has the soft touch matte. It's really pretty. It comes in a lot of tones. And what I like about it is it came in so many olive skin undertones. And that is an issue for me. I struggle with my undertone. Everything I try is either too ashy looking or too light or too yellow. It's a struggle for me. And so I'm always making cocktails. And when I saw how many olive tones they had, I grabbed a whole bunch. So as you can see, I grabbed a lot. So here's my issue with it. They don't look like olive undertones to me. I've tried every single one, and they all look yellow. Every single one of them. I feel like they just put it on there that it was olive, and it's not. There isn't any pink. And they're not all olive. I even got one for my daughter. Yeah, I even got one for my daughter Sylvia. I'll show you her complexion. I'll put a picture up. Warm Fair. They all look the same. Bright golden yellow and not much darker than the rest. And I have Warm Olive Light 2, Warm Olive Light 4. So I got a nice range, and it doesn't seem like they differ from one another. And then not only that, is it the Dermacool foundation? It's like theater makeup. This shit is so thick, but not thick in a good way. I like a full coverage, but this is more than full coverage. Just a dot looks like you put cake icing on your face. You have to shear the shit out of this, or it's just gonna look like a hot mess. So if you see it, the price will grab you. The olive undertones might grab you. Stay away from it. I don't suggest this or recommend this product at all. This one here is not, it's a fail for me, but not a fail for others. This is the Huda Beauty Tantor Contour and Bronzer in one. I got shade light, and I'm not usually light in anything. I'm usually more medium. But it looks so dark, I went for the light. This is what it looks like. It is a beautiful product. It looked beautiful on the skin. And the shade was okay. But it makes me look muddy. And it plays in with my olive undertone. It just doesn't look right on me. But on my daughter, with a light hand, it's flawless. Do I recommend it? Yes, but if you have an olive undertone, maybe stay away from it. Like I said, this is light, so I can't imagine the medium working because it would be too dark for me. And that's another thing you have to be careful. She, like I said, is fair skinned, and this is, you have to go light with the light. Be careful. But it is a beautiful product. It doesn't break up. It blends out beautifully, but on me, it looks, I have it on right now. It looks extremely muddy. I had to do a lot of fixing over here. But yeah, I had to fuck around with this a lot to get it to look somewhat decent. But I can't use this anymore. But it's a good product, so just keep that in mind. So getting into brow products, and I have a visitor. You want to say hi? Oh. So this is Cricket. She don't really like to be held, but she wants to sit on my lap. She likes to come hang out with me while I'm filming as well. But yeah, this is Cricket. Okay, so as I was saying, this is a product that gets overlooked. I think that everyone on YouTube pushed the ABH Brow Gel so hard that a lot of people don't really look for anything else. I was guilty of it. I went and bought the ABH Brow Gel immediately, and I love it. It's a great brow product. But ever since Mel Thompson said that this is what she used, I figured, let me give it a try. Sometimes I just get bored of using the same thing over and over, and you want to try new things. So I wanted to try this. It is a game changer. It is way better than the ABH one. The ABH one is good, but this one, if you like a fuzzy brow, like if you like a defined brow, the ABH one is fine. But if you like a fluffy brow, you like to play with your brows, I suggest this one. These suckers don't go anywhere, and they don't get crispy. They don't look fuzzy. I noticed with the ABH, sometimes my brows would look funny, like they had powder in them. This does not do that, and I love that about this. This is the 24-hour, it's a 24-hour brow setter. Like I said, by Benefit, I swear by it. I probably won't ever go back. I will always use this unless something else comes out. I don't know. But this reminds me of back in the day when they didn't have these products when I was a teenager. And like I told you in my last video, they didn't have YouTube. And what I would do was I would take a toothbrush and I would spray my toothbrush with Aquanet hairspray. And yes, that's totally showing my age. But I would take Aquanet hairspray and then brush up my brows with the hairspray and then with the toothbrush. And they didn't move. That's what this reminds me of. Once you put them in and it sets, they don't move. And another thing that I like about this that you cannot do with the ABH is once I get them all set, if I want to go back in with my brow pencil from Urban Decay, I can, and I can fill in spots that need a little help, and it doesn't get funny. The formulas mix very well with the brow pencil, and my daughter uses the ABH brow pencil, and she likes it. I know Mel uses a different brow pencil other than the Urban Decay, and it works for her. It's a great product, and I just feel like nobody talks about it because everyone uses the ABH. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Liquid Weightless Foundation. Yeah, the Weightless Liquid Foundation. My shade on this is 50NN, and I have that on my face right now. This is the closest shade I've ever gotten to my natural skin tone without having to mix shades. But that's not why I bought it. It just so happened that it matched me well. I bought it because I saw someone use it, and they raved about it. I don't remember who it was. And they raved about it. So I'm a foundation junkie. I'm always looking for a good foundation. I love my Milani 2-in-1, but you get bored using the same thing over and over. I bought this. This is a mature skin's dream. This is the first foundation that I've used where my skin looks youthful. A lot of really good foundations, like for my daughter. She's in her early 20s. Almost all of them look good on her. She's got beautiful skin. She's got a good complexion. And her skin is young. So even the best foundations on her don't necessarily look great on someone my age. If you're struggling and you have more mature skin, try this. It's not too matte. Okay, this is going to sound really weird. But a lot of matte foundations on mature skin, or my mature skin, look like casket makeup. Do you ever look at someone in a casket and they have that powdery, heavy, theatrical look? Even if it's a lightweight foundation, my skin, because it's a mature skin, can look like that crepey, powdered. It just doesn't look nice. This doesn't do that to me, and I love it for that. It is not as full coverage as I would like, but that's okay because I can build the crap out of it, and it layers beautifully. It's not matte, and it's not dewy. It's that perfect satin, skin-like finish, and it's completely buildable. So I can put extra coverage in certain spots, lay off in other spots that don't need it so much. You can really work with this. You can really fool around with it. You can play with it, and like, it also depends, like, the tools you use with this. I can use any tool. A sponge looks beautiful. A brush looks beautiful. I prefer a brush for speed. It's much easier for me to put on with a brush and get done. I feel like when I use a sponge, I can sit there for hours pouncing it everywhere, then building it up because they naturally do shear out foundations because they are damp. So I feel like it takes me a long time. But I hate a brush because sometimes you get streaks. So what I love about this is I put it on with a brush, I just pat it in to the skin with my beauty blender, but I'm not sitting there for hours, and I could just keep building it up, building it up. I love it. It's definitely worth a try. Go to Sephora and get a sample, see if you like it. They have a great shade range. This is a really good one that's being overlooked because so many foundations came out when this came out. The ABH, Pat McGrath, I think Laura Mercier came out with one. So many foundations released at the time, and I believe the ABH one is good too. I have to try it myself, but I would like to. I would play with them. See, I would like to play with the ABH one and see, because it's supposed to have a similar finish. Only I think it's a little more dewy, but I don't know. I do know that this didn't get enough love because so much came out at the same time, and it got overlooked. So if you were wondering, I would say go get a sample or try it. Okay, up next I have a little fail. This is the Ciate Extraordinary Translucent Powder. Came in my BoxyCharm, and I normally love Ciate products, so I was excited for this. This powder isn't a terrible powder. Maybe if you're young, it'll look nice. It's what do I say about this? It's a translucent powder, and so when you go to use it, you kind of expect it to be like Laura Mercier's translucent powder. I use RCMA, and I have a video where it shows how I make my own custom powders because I need a little bit of yellow, but not too much yellow. I'll link that video below. It's a pretty cool video on how you can customize your powders for your face. But this has this like weird white iridescent shine to it. The powder itself is extremely, extremely thin, and I feel like it did nothing but just put like powder on my face. It didn't enhance anything, didn't set anything any differently than anything else I have. It just wasn't what I expected from Ciate, and after a while, if you try to really bake with it, I couldn't bake with this at all. I have to be careful again with baking because I could really dry out my under eye because of age. I don't like it. I don't think it's a useful powder for the price. I think you can get so many better powders out there for a similar price or cheaper. The Coty Airspun blows this away, so I don't see the purpose of spending on this. It really wasn't anything to write home about. So it's not really a fail, but it's not really great either. It's just meh. The next product has become a ride or die game changer for my eyes. I have extremely hooded eyes. I have like a flap of skin that literally hangs into my lashes. And any kind of eye primer I used other than the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Enigma was probably the only one that ever worked on me. Everything else either creases, transfers. I cannot use concealer on my eyes. I'd have to use whatever I use. I have to set the crap out of, and then it gets too much. This ABH eye primer base has been a game changer. I hope she comes out with more shades. It is a little too white. It's fine for me. But anybody deeper than my skin tone can't really, well, maybe you could work with it, but she needs to come out with more shades. This is an incredible product. If you have hooded eyes, try this. See if you can get a sample at Sephora. Maybe buy the mini one. This is a mini one. Maybe get a mini one and try it. I just dot it up on my eyes, pat it out with a brush, and then stamp it nicely with my finger. Give it a second, and when I tell you, number one, it never creases. My shadow doesn't crease on my lids. The pigments that I put on my eyes are way more vibrant than they would be if I didn't. They're more vibrant than the primer potion. This is the best product that ABH has ever come out with. Hands down, better than any palette. I don't think I could live without this. I don't think I could do my, I feel like I can't do my makeup again if I didn't have this. It's incredible. It is that good. It is worth every penny. And if you have hooded eyes, trust me, try it. Okay, up next I have a hair product. This is the Punky Color 3-in-1, and this one is in Purple Dacious. It's a depositing shampoo and conditioner. But what I like about it is, and I know it looks a little intimidating, but if you have your hair dyed, and I have jet black hair naturally, and then I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's got like this burgundy wash to it. I wanted to go a little more purple with it, so she did. But what happens is it fades so easily. If you do color in your hair, you know how quickly it fades. And I use the proper shampoos and things like that. Um, and I also have grays coming in. So if I kept up with my hair at the salon, I would be there every 4 weeks. And I don't want to do that. I hate getting my hair done. I hate it. I loathe it. I don't like sitting in a chair for 5 fucking hours. I hate everything about it. I do it because I have to, especially now with the grays. This has been like a 2 week time saver for me. So what I do with this is, because my dye that I use is a purple tone, leave it on for 10-15 minutes in a purple towel. Then I go take my shower, rinse it out. Your shower's going to get purple. And it just revamps my hair. It doesn't look dull. It doesn't look faded. What I like about it is it does shampoo out. It's not a permanent dye, so it doesn't affect you when you go back to the salon. It's pretty affordable. I got it at Ulta. And I know it comes in a ton of colors. But I think there's a red. So if you have red hair and you hate your hair fading out, because red's a bitch, try it. You might really like this. I also like, when it's in your hair, it almost feels like, oh, it feels like a dye. Like you feel like it's going to be a little more brittle and a little more dry. Once you rinse it, it feels like you put a great conditioner in your hair. It feels soft. It doesn't feel like you just dyed your hair. That's another thing I really like about it, because I don't feel like it's damaging my hair that much. It's just redepositing some color and giving you some life to your hair. If you try this, let me know down below if you like it. I love it, but just wear gloves because it stings. It washes out eventually, and you get it off your hands, of course, but wear gloves. Why go through that? But I love it. So with that being said, this is another product that I use when I'm ready to straighten my hair. I will take this and spray. I'll spray it on the wet hair, and then I'll use a roller brush and blow dry it. And this is the Living Proof Style Lab. Yeah, it's just called Straight, and it doesn't give you that nasty frizzy end. It gives like a nice sheen to the hair. It looks healthy, but it doesn't look oily or greasy, because I don't like products that are for straightening that make your hair, sometimes they make your hair look greasy, and it's not greasy. So this I like a lot. So now another product that I cannot live without. I have tried so many bronzers, and I always go back to this. If there's ever a product that you wanted to spend your money on, like a really luxury brand or a high-end brand, you cannot go wrong with Marc Jacobs bronzers. No matter what I try, and I've tried some really nice ones. I don't know if it's my olive skin tone or what, but so much looks muddy on me, and this doesn't. This is the shade Tantric. It is a little deeper. My daughter has the white one. The white one has a nice coconut scent. I think that's fantastic. But this is what it looks like. It's really beautiful. It blends out like a dream. You can build it up. I sometimes will contour with it, hit my nose, throw some in my lid, and out I go. I can't stop grabbing for this. And I try to force myself to try new stuff, and I do, and then I go back to this. So I know it's pricey, but this is like something that I would say that if you see YouTubers talking about it, they're not lying. It's worth it. It really is a great bronzer. Okay, I have a hair fail, and this is by TIGI Catwalk. This is the Volume Collection Your Highness Root Boost Spray. I think this came in a subscription box. When I saw this, I got excited because, like I said, you get tired of using the same products. Even though they're great products, you want to try new things. And I tried this, and it was, oh my god, it was so bad. So if you're familiar with hair mousse, that's what this is. And so you take the mousse and you put it in your roots and you scrunch it in there and you do your hair. The problem is it feels like mousse. Did you ever use like hair mousse where you feel like you have a ton of sticky goop in your hair and residue and it feels dirty? That's what this did. And it didn't really even boost my roots either. It was just like almost like when you use dry shampoo, it adds a little texture to your hair, gives a little oomph. Kind of like that. It did that, but it was like a heavy residue where it was dirty. It looked like my hair was dirty, greasy. I did not like this at all. Don't buy this. Okay, now I have another fail. So this is my Mikasa Foundation brush. Because I changed the way I prime my face, I don't really care for oval brushes too much anymore. The primers that I've been using are a little on the thicker side, and I feel like when you use the oval brush, it kind of pushes it around, and I don't particularly care for these anymore. However, I used to love these, and if you're young and you're not wearing a lot of primers, these are great. I love these. They make such a beautiful application. But because I have mature skin, I have to do a lot extra than other people do, and this doesn't work for me anymore. However, I love this brush. This is from Mikasa. I'll link them down below. They're beautiful brushes. But this was a great brush. I used it for a very long time. I still use it sometimes if I'm lazy and I'm not priming. I'm just putting like a sheer, just like a sheer wash. I'll throw this on just to have something. So it's dirty. So I still use it, but it's not like my go-to when I want to get ready. The Creme Shop came out with an oval set as well. We got this, I believe, in BoxyCharm, and one use. It is so paper thin up here. I didn't do anything different than I did with these. I've used plenty of oval brushes before. When I tell you, I literally went to just this and it snapped. I believe that the Creme Shop is a pretty pricey brand. Like I said, I don't know. I didn't pay for this. It came in my BoxyCharm. I don't know how much this cost. But if you were interested in their brushes, just beware, they're made terribly. They're made very, very cheap. Where the Mikasa is plastic, like a rubber. It's almost like a soft touch where you have a lot of flex. It's not going to break on you. I mean, I don't press this hard in my face, but you can see that the construction of this is great. This was a joke. It literally, within seconds, just snapped. So just beware. I don't know how great these brushes are from them. I wanted to mention it though. These I wanted to talk about. These are the twinkle razors. I don't know. I know everybody uses them to shave their face. A lot of YouTubers use these. I obviously use these. I use these to clean up my brows. I use these to dermaplane and clearing up some of the peach fuzz on my skin. But because I have, like I said, I don't have a steady hand. When I'm cleaning up my brows, okay, this is so long that it can get near my lashes, and I'm afraid I'm gonna kick off some of my natural lashes. I found these at WALGREENS, and they're just WALGREENS brand, and they're shorter. They're much, much smaller. They cut just the same. They shave just the same. It's just a little smaller of a head, so you have more control. It has this little thing up here for a grip, which helps me a lot. So if you struggle, you might want to look into these. They're very affordable, but you get so much more control, and it's just a smaller space, much better than the twinkle razors. Not much difference in price, so I highly recommend these over them by a lot. This is the Unleashed Volume and Curl Mascara from Wander Beauty. I've been trying mascaras left and right, and there are a few that I like, but I'm not in love with them. Like, there's nothing that I really love. Like, I could say, oh, that's my mascara. I really like this. It has a great wand. I like the formula. The wand is not too big, but the wand's not too big, but it does have a slight curvature to it, so it hugs the lash really nice. The formula is not that thick, but it's not too wet. I hate a very thick mascara that's on the drier side. I'd rather my mascara be a little more liquidy and I could build it up more than a thick, goopy, heavy mascara that I have to play with and break apart the lashes. This is beautiful. I really like this, and this is something that I think came in BoxyCharm. But I will definitely be repurchasing it. And it actually removes nicely too. Sometimes some mascaras are tough. This one comes off really nice. Also doesn't smudge easily down below. Sometimes mascaras, when I spray my setting spray, if I move, I'll get little black dots. I didn't do that, and I move. I move all the time. I don't sit still. So that was nice. So I really like this, and I don't know. Just wanted to mention it because I've... Okay, and lastly, I have these products from Stila. You guys know, where the array behind me, how much I love the glitter. So you know how much I like these. They recently came out with matte ones. Oh. Yeah. Sit. Be good. They just say Suede Shade Liquid Eyeshadow. Oh, my baby. And I do like them, but the problem is I have extremely hooded eyes. Mel has nice lid space, and it really just doesn't work for my eye. But if you have a lot of lid space and you're okay with that, then I would recommend these. They're a little bit tricky to work with, and for me, they did not work. I actually have the blue one on right now, and it's a mess. I got so messy that I had to add a bunch of glitter to it just to save it. It's just difficult to work with. You have to sit there and have it dry, and you can apply it, you can buff it out, you can put it in the crease, but I don't think they're the most practical things for a $24 eyeshadow. I'd rather work with a regular in the pan eyeshadow than work with these. The colors are very pretty, but I can't really recommend them because I don't think they're worth the money for what it is. It's just basically an eyeshadow. It dries down matte. You can blend it out. I do recommend the Sydney Grace Cream Shadows. Those work for my eyes. Even though they're hooded, I can put them on. They stay put. They don't crease. They're vibrant. They're beautiful. These are a little bit messy for me, and I also have oily lids. Even with the ABH primer, for some reason, these just don't work for me. Like I said, they may work for you, so I don't know. It's up to you to purchase these. So I'm going to leave this video being on the fence with this. I don't love them, but you may. I know Mel liked it. I didn't really see anybody else use these, but like I said, you know, use your own discretion. I would say get one color, don't buy three like I did, and play with it. But other than that, that's pretty much the end of this video. If you have any questions for a Q&A or an assumptions video, please leave them down below, or you can privately DM me if you don't want your question aired on, like, if you want your question private, that's fine too. You can find me on Twitter. All my socials will be below. I did ask on Twitter, but I only got like 5 assumptions, and I have like quite a bit of questions for a Q&A, so I may just put them together and do one big video. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. I have a visitor, but anyway, I am going to see if I can get these in different colors. Can I help you? Can I help you, ma'am? You know how much I love it. Now, do you like them? The glitter ones. They did and oh my god. Love you guys. Bye.